Hey Christopher, how you doing? Just out here. I was doing some photography, catching up my reading. Good. How's your weather down there? Hot? Did you get a notice or did you just happen to be on? Yeah, good old Kentucky humidity. It's a good state. What part do you live in? Oh, okay. I love Kentucky. I'd live in Louisville or Lexington, no problem. Hey Mary, how you doing? Saw a baby eagle today, bald eagle. How come you're not out running or something? Yeah, this is an area about 3 miles northeast of St. Helen. It's like managed jack pines for Kirkland warblers, trails, but I never see too many people out here. And I get a good cell phone signal, but it's weird. It's only in about 100-yard area. Other than that, it goes down to nothing. Oh, good for you. It was humid yesterday. Hey, John. Hey, Em. How you doing? Oh, that's all right. I know how it goes. Hey, Jeff. Drove around for a couple hours. Oh, a turkey vulture. Yeah, I bet they do, Dave. Yeah, they're interesting birds. They haven't changed in 140 million years. You know, they can bite 1200 psi, which is the same as a pit bull. They can bite right through the side of a dead cow's uh, skin. Oh, yeah, Daisy loves just laying on the dash. I'm going to trim her back feet after I'm done doing this. Jeff, I uploaded some. The problem is I could only render it in 4K, but it's still better than 4K. But I'm not going to skip that 5K. Forget that. I was thinking of getting a 360, but I don't want to mess around with that 6 and 8K. It's not worth it. Yeah, you feeling better, John? Oh, that sucks. Hey, Tapatios, how are you? Well, what do you think you have, John? Yeah, I get emails from people. They use these tapes, these like when I do these outdoor tapes. I know they're not too popular, but people do use them to study and go to sleep, believe it or not. Oh, Phoenix, all right. Mary, have you been to Hartwick Pines State Park in a while? Oh, you think it's definitely COVID, huh? Oh, you would absolutely love it there. It's beautiful in the winter and the summer, but really good now. I suggest you should go there before the leaves start to fall off the trees. I mean, it's stunning, seriously. Look up the link, Hartwick Pines. You can get there in an hour. Really, you won't believe how big those pine trees are and how beautiful. Reminds me of redwoods. Oh, thank you, Hella. Yeah, it's good you got it, Jeff. Hey, Neff, how you doing? 99% of the people that have died didn't have it. No, I have not, Mary. No. I put a link under that video, under those photos I uploaded. You'd really like it. You could be there in an hour. And it's not like it's a 20-mile walk or anything. Try and go when the visitor center's open. Got a beautiful chapel there, blacksmithing going on. Hey, how you doing, Frank? Yeah, there's a learning curve on a new phone, that's for sure. Daisy's got sand stuck on her nose. Yeah, they're crazy. Hey, Lori. Hey, Andrea. Yeah, I'll check it out, Joe. Yeah, you can disable that auto correcting. Hey JP, how you doing? Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, good luck, John. Hey Mark, how you doing? You know, Bobbles is sick. Yeah, if you look on Google Maps, I'm just off F28 northeast of St. Helen. It's like managed forest by the DNR. No, they're weird. Yeah, believe me, I've been dealing with it since day one. I've been getting a lot of emails from people. I've had this happen before, saying that they're getting unsubscribed. I mean, I don't really care about it, but I've had that happen before. It just starts unsubscribing people, like bunches of them. Department of Natural Resources. Plus, you can like take a four-wheeler here if you want. Yeah, as it turns out, there's a method to the madness on this, the way they cut these trees down. Uh, I ran into a guy the other day from the DNR, and we talked for about an hour, eating lunch someplace. And he was saying, that you'll find like around this area, it's mostly sand, so it's mostly pine. But a lot of times, like up where I take Daisy walking, you'll see hardwoods just out in the middle of nowhere, like a single tree. And he said the reason for that is the failure rate of manually planting seeds by human beings is super high. And they've realized over the years when they're clear cutting that you're better off picking out selective hardwoods and just letting them live and have the wind self-pollinate the area, and he said it's way, way better. That's a good spot. Yeah, it sure does. Yeah. There's definitely some weird people out there. That's for sure. The good news is if you look at those channels, they don't do very well. I mean, they think they're going to go on and talk this shit and cause trouble and be successful, and they're not. That Croc Debbie's an example. Nitty's been at the same place he has since he started. He wouldn't be there if he didn't use somebody else's name. So it eventually backfires on him. Yeah, I hope Matt Stafford does well with the Rams. It's too bad his career had to end up in Detroit, most of his career. Oh, good. How you doing, Bugman? This is a big dirt bike area around here. I don't see them out here, though. I mean, you could come out here and do it, but this is kind of like off the beaten path for those guys. Yeah, my buddy's daughter they just bought a condo in Oakland, like 830 square feet. It was 620,000 bucks. That's a mystery to me. Yeah, it is, Bugman. It is. Yep. I looked at some of those Argos, but just decided against it. Yep, thousands of miles. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, no, those were just something that I saw at the butcher place. Also, it was imitation crab, by the way. But I just thought I'd try something different. They were really good. Yeah, she doesn't have COVID. Yeah, she doesn't have COVID, just the regular flu, believe it or not. No, I know, Mark. It's nuts. I don't understand this housing market. I see lumber's come down. I would assume that the housing market will go down. It's nuts. I just don't understand for the life of me how people make it anymore. I mean, I paid $75,000 cash for my place 10 years ago. And now they're selling for like 125, 140, which is, I mean, an increase, but I'll probably end up never buying another house. I hope not. But I see these young couples getting into these houses for 400 grand. It's not like they're making great money. I don't see how anybody's ever going to get out of being a slave to some job the rest of their life with the current prices of gas, housing, insurance, food. What I really can't figure, I remember back in the 80s and stuff, it was hard enough getting approved for a loan with 20% down and good credit. So I can't figure, and that's, inflation's eaten away at the buying power of money since then. So I don't understand how, with inflation and the crazy prices, I don't know how you can be like a couple in your 20s and 30s and having kids with regular jobs and having like decent vehicles. It's a mystery to me. I don't see how they do it other than being in crazy debt their whole lives. No, I could live in an apartment, no problem. But if you look at apartment rent now, it's crazy. It's nuts. No, they're definitely crazy people for sure. But their lives, like I've said before, most of them have a disproportionate amount of special ed kids. They don't have any careers. Half of them live with somebody else because they can't afford their own home. They've never been successful at anything. And the only thing that stimulates them, a good book isn't going to work, a good movie, a nice trip, getting into a hobby like photography. So the only thing their low IQ brains have allowed themselves to do is to cause trouble. And that's the only way that they get excited and feel successful. Nothing else has worked for them. Yeah, I remember that. Stated income. Yeah. Yep, I remember that. Yeah, I tell you, man. I mean, I hope to like never leave my place. And, but if I did, I think I'd just get like, I see some of these like small homes with a metal roof. I'm not paying crazy taxes and crazy insurance. Forget all that bullshit. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it with cars either. My friends have like new cars. A couple of them bought these new Blazers, $30,000. You'd have to be crazy. They're not even great. It's not like it's an SHO version where it's kick-ass performance or you got chrome bumpers or real chrome rims. It's all this plastic junk and they all get better gas mileage than they used to, but I don't like any of this stuff anymore. I think you'd have to be crazy to buy one of those. In leasing, I'll never do that. I would never lease anything. Yeah, I thought of that living on the road before, but everybody I know that's done it, it didn't last that long. It's like the same people that move to the Philippines and to Costa Rica. If they're young enough, they all move back, Florida included. I mean, you get these ideas in your head when you're at a place and you're assuming that the reason that you feel the way you do is because of your environment and your circumstances. And you just conjure up these false images of what it's like to go someplace else. And when you get there, you realize it wasn't much different than where you left. It's all between the ears. And even walking on the beaches, that sounds great when you're up to 2 feet of snow in northern Michigan in January. But after about a year of that, you believe it or not, a lot of people miss the winter, the excitement of a snowstorm coming in, the changing of the seasons. I couldn't wait to get out of Florida. Hawaii too. That's exactly right, Frank. Hawaii too. Every single person I know that moved to Hawaii, it lasted about 3 years on an average, and they all moved back. Yeah, being alone. Yeah, being alone. Yeah, that's one thing I think if I had to chalk off the things that I mean, I got my downsides, believe me, but the one thing I don't have is I don't get lonely. Even as a kid, I was like that. And I'm thankful for that because I think that gets you in all sorts of bullshit. So I just like doing my own thing and you know, like this is exactly this. I like doing this. I mean, if I had a girlfriend or something, I'd say, well, let's just go out up near St. Helen and sit out in the woods for 6 hours. Way I read camera manuals and walk Daisy and check my YouTube questions and comments. She'd say, well, that's just too boring. Which I wouldn't blame her. I know it doesn't work for most people. Yeah, but it took me a long time to figure that out. I mean, I knew when I was taking vacations by myself in high school, going way the hell up north. I remember I went to Thessalon, Canada. I think it's about 70 miles east of the Canadian side, Sault Ste. Marie. Spent a week. And I went up to Ludington one time when I was in the 10th grade for 3 days. And then I've taken like just tons of 10,000-mile road trips. If they'd have had YouTube when I was like a teenager, I would have like so many cool videos up, especially with flying, skydiving, stuff like that. I'm lucky I caught the tail end of it. Hey, T. Yeah, I knew early on that even the marriage thing was kind of an ultimatum, and I knew when I was doing it, this probably isn't going to work long term. I just don't like being around somebody that much. Yeah, that's how I'm like being alone. Yep. But like I've said before, I mean, I like saying hi to the coffee girls, talking to the checkout lady at the butcher shop, saying hi to the guys at the post office, and that's enough for me. I don't have any neighbors that want to visit or anything. That's great. Hey, Adam. Yeah, that would drive me. I shouldn't say it like that I got lucky, but I don't know any other way of describing it. I wasn't close with my parents. My mom died in 82, and my dad died, I think he died like in 93. I didn't even go to my dad's funeral. So I think I got lucky in the sense that I didn't have to be around him later. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have done it. Yeah, I like having a dog. Hey, Jenna. I take Daisy. That's my girl, Daisy. Yeah, I just don't think. But it's basically the world set up is guy and girl. It just is. I know there are variations and that's fine, but the blueprint is guy and girl together. It's just the way it is. If you don't believe me, look, try and take a cruise by yourself. There's no rooms for one person. You end up biting the bullet and paying. Sometimes you'll get a deal on paying for an empty bed on the other one. But yeah, all stuff is couple oriented. Single occupancy, double occupancy, and you'll find that you confirm that in different scenarios. Yeah, hedonistic cruise. That sounds good. I like to do that. I like going out like once in a while. I haven't done it in a while. Go to New York City, just roam around for a couple days. Las Vegas, just roam around for 4 or 5 days, not know anybody. Go to PF Chang's at 1 in the morning, play a slot machine, listen to a band, have a few drinks, go to the Bellagio, sleep in, get a coffee. I'm between St. Helen and West Branch. If you look on a map, it's F28, Highway F28. There's a thing called the Ogama Wildlife Refuge or something, where I took the video of those deer the other day. I'm about 2 miles from that. They have unsuccessful, it stimulates them, that's why. The pleasure you'd get in writing or watching a good movie or going out with a friend and having a good time, they don't have that. They're misfits. And they've never been successful at anything. And the only thing that excites them is to cause trouble. Hey, Blue. Oh, really? Yeah, Fishtown's cool. I like going there. I do like going there, but I mean, after about a half hour, that's it for me. They got a webcam you can watch all the time, Fishtown. It's kind of cool. No, Fishtown in Leelanau, probably Michigan, right? Honestly, I don't even like cooking out that much. It's a pain in the ass. Gotta light the charcoal and get out and go buy the stuff. But there's nothing like good to eat around here. Nothing that I like. I mean, the restaurant food sucks. Uh, we don't have any good places to eat, so I'm forced to like cook these steaks and stuff, even though I'd rather just eat out. Yeah, Cocoa Beach is cool. There's a high crime there, big time crime. Cocoa Beach is right where the water starts to get clear and crystal clear blue. Cocoa Beach. There on south. But north, like up heading towards Hilton Head, Jacksonville, uh, Savannah, Georgia, that's all murky, crappy, greenish looking, ugly water. Yeah, remember, there you go where you are. Yeah, isn't that the truth? I learned that the hard way. Every time I moved, I thought it was going to be great forever once I got to the new place. Oh, I've been all over Canada. I love Canada. I used to go to, I love Canada. I do. I love everything about it. Way they protect wildlife and allow public access on the water to people. I love everything about Canada. Yeah, I didn't care for Florida. Yeah, they're just crazy. I mean, look at them all. I mean, would you want to, does anybody envy any of these people? Ollie, would you want to be Ollie? Would you want to be Craw Debbie? Would you want to be SG? Hell no. Nobody ever says, I wish I had your life. Because all it takes is about 10 minutes to realize these people are off their rocker. Even Angie's turned out to be a nut, posting videos about someone she doesn't even know, Maddie. She needs to be with her kids. She has no idea what Maddie's kids are doing and how they're doing. And to tell you the truth, the kids are better off without her. It's just a way to put somebody else's name in a title because no one would pay attention to her otherwise. She's boring. She's full of shit and she's a con artist. Yeah, forget that, Blue. Florida sucks. Yeah, Florida, crazy crime. If you're a con artist, that's the place to go. There's no dollar amount on your homestead. In Michigan, I think it's 250. So if you're going to rip people off and you don't want your home taken away, go to Florida. Even the way they've handled COVID is an embarrassment. Oh, thank you, Lori. Yeah, mixed drinks good. That place I went down to Fulton County Fair. I like that area too. I like just plain, like plain. Now, if this was some big, great, crystal clear water, I wouldn't be sitting here like this. There's nobody here. Nobody's gonna be here. And that's the way I like it. Yeah, no, hell no. And like I said before, I mean, that works on a very limited basis. I just can't understand a normal, rational adult wanting to engage in that stupid shit. No, it wasn't Clotham. No, no, it really wasn't. Nope. My dad was a lot older than my mom. My sister was a shotgun wedding. Then there were two stillborn babies, a brother and a sister, and I was an Rh negative baby. And I mean, I learned as a very young kid that there was no doubt that they weren't planning on me. It was like a mistake they had to live with back then. I'm sure if abortion would have been around back then, they'd have aborted me for sure. Yeah, you're right, Bugman. It's so true. Yeah. People will tell me things sometimes that they've done, and I'll, talk to them and quiz them and ask them questions, and I'll think to myself, this is a huge character flaw right here. I want to make sure that I have nothing to do with you. No, I was never interested in Europe. I was a big time collector of ephemera and prose and photography. And God, I had read and had so much of those areas that, when you coupled that with the trouble of traveling, I just didn't feel I wanted to. Hey, Mama Bear. Yeah, I took an Alaskan cruise and I took one to the Caribbean one time. That was the Poseidon Adventure. It was, they actually skipped a couple ports because the weather was so bad. We went to our muster stations twice. I thought the damn thing was going to sink. Yep, got Daisy just. I'm just sitting out reading, catching up on my reading. Yeah, who couldn't be, right? Yeah, I think it's their drug. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's probably a good way of going. I had another guy tell me when I was a kid, don't accept advice from anybody that isn't further down the road than you are. That's probably true. Yeah, I've read a couple articles before where it was cheaper for them to be on a perpetual cruise than it was to be in an assisted living care facility. Yeah, sockeye salmon. Yeah, I'm reading a book right now on salmon. Yeah, it's rude. How you doing, Amber? No, I'll do them again. I just haven't been down there lately. Yeah, Arctic Circle. I've been up the Arctic Circle. It's been a long time up there, actually. Believe it or not, I read mostly science books, medical books. I don't know why I have such an interest in that. Like I got one on salmon. I just got one. I read like I haven't been able to find this one. I got this one yesterday. This is making ECGs made easy. And then I've got a salmon book and I've got a poetry book. I don't read like any fiction. I probably should. I just don't seem to have an interest in it. I read a lot about rivers and astronomy a little. Yeah, I have that People's History of America. That's a recommended book on a lot of people's list. Oh, how'd you like that, Jess? Oh, okay. Iceland's super expensive. Take your checkbook when you go there. It's a lot of money. That's where Bobby Fischer ended up going in exile. But it's crazy expensive. Isn't that a Viktor Frankl book? Man's Search for Meaning. No, I believe that, Amber. Yeah, I get it. Yep. I'm so glad I don't have a job. I don't think I'm capable of working anymore, to be honest with you. I mean, I keep renewing this damn PI license. I don't know why. Oh, okay, Anna. Oh, good for you, Nap. Would you take a mushroom? Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay, Amber. Hi, Stephanie. How you doing? Good. So out here catching up on some of my reading. Oh, cool. No, me either. But no, me either. Plus, it costs too much now, Amber. You see what they get for grad school? It's ridiculous. Wish there was a taco truck out here, though. Yeah, you're probably right, Jen. Yeah, it's true. Oh, all right, Amber. Dance party. I would go up near where Mary lives, Leelanau County, north of Traverse City. And then I'd go to Mackinac Island. I'd skip all the rest of it. Amber, did you ever say what kind of work you do? Yeah, woods is great. Oh, good for you. Look at Daisy. Yeah, I hope I never go there again, the West Coast. I don't want to go to the East Coast. Oh, medical coder. Okay. Yeah, you run out of things to do pretty quick in Marquette, but yeah, it's all right. My neighbors are. I'm feeding their feral cat. They just headed up to Marquette a couple days ago. Oh, that's cool, Mary. Yeah, I like black and white. You do any photography or anything, Amber? Oh, definitely, Adam. Yes, big time. Yeah, people read to you. Yeah, Grand Haven's nice. You have any hobbies, Amber? Yeah, I was just discussing that with my buddy the other day about the gay voice. So it turns out there's a biological basis for it, believe it or not. There's quite a few articles on it. Oh, okay, Amber. Oh, swimming. That a girl. Oh, walking trails. You'd like it in Michigan. You'd like that park that I went to yesterday uh, in Grayling. Just Google it. There's a million of them. There's a ton of them on there. Just Google gay voice, and it'll be all sorts of sources. Written well, too. It's pretty interesting. I always thought it was made up. And my buddy, the doctor, said there was a biological basis, and I was shocked when I read that that was true. which I still, I don't care if they do it or not. I just find it interesting that you could have a fruit basket, a mustache and a beard, and that there's a biologic basis for a feminine sounding voice. It just doesn't add up to me. I don't get it. How can everything else be like 100% male, but the voice? I just call bullshit on it. Hey, Frisky. Yeah, I know like probably 5 married guys. You'd swear, I know this sounds crazy. You'd swear they were gay by their voice. You could say, well, how can you do that? You know what I'm getting at. When I hear Pee Wee Herman talk, I think gay. So when I would listen to Liberace talk, I think gay. There is a difference, yeah. Oh, cool, John. You don't think you don't think the voice is natural, unintentional? Which is it? Yeah, they mention this in some of these voice articles, how your voice changes under certain circumstances. It's weird. Yeah, some straight guys, right? So if there's a biologic basis for it, why do straight guys talk that way? I mean, something's not adding up here. All right, Jenna. Yes, I read quite a few of them. It's interesting. No, it's not about testosterone. It's not. It's not. No, I don't care. I don't. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I'm glad I'm not a straight guy with a gay voice, though. I don't think so, Frisky. The more I read about it, I don't think that's accurate. Excuse me. And like a lot of people like gay sounding voices singing. I tell people all the time, you don't need to be gay, just sound gay when you sing. You know that one song, This Much Is True? Oh, no kid, man. It's interesting. I mean, I think it'd be a real pain in the ass uh, being straight with a gay voice. I had a neighbor that got a sex change, went from a guy to a girl. And I go out to dinner with him sometimes. It was a tank commander in the service. And I thought, my opinion, this is where I tell you, I will admit that I lie about certain things. And here's an example. I was telling Frisky this yesterday. She said, this is of course post-op, do you think I look feminine? And I said yes, which was a lie. I did not. And when we would go out to dinner, uh, it wasn't uncommon for the waiter or waitress to say, what can I get you, gentlemen? So, I mean, that's as cheap and honest and accurate litmus test that, as you could ask for. Right there. Yeah. Hey, Cressy. People start to look alike? Huh. Hey, albino pooch. Yeah, I'm just glad it's not that way. We'll probably never really know the truth about it. They refer to it in slang as the gay lisp. The gay lisp, it's called, which I thought summed it up pretty well. Oh, you can, Bopak? Oh, good, Chrissy. Yeah. Especially as they get older. Almost everybody ends up looking like their dog. Yeah, it's weird. People think you have an old sounding voice, a young sounding voice, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Mel, how you doing? No, not at all. You know we're not. You know we're not, Adam. Don't start that bullshit or I'll block you. Nobody said one homophobic comment, so shut up. Yeah, thanks, Potato. Adam, you're going to start a troublemaking channel soon? Looks like Adam's the male version of a Karen. Always got his radar on, looking for trouble even when there isn't any. Simca in here? How you doing? Yeah, too sensitive. That's what I think. We're talking about gay sounding voices, and he asks if we're homophobic. It's got nothing to do with it. Yeah, we were talking about the gay voice, whether it's practiced or real. And this came up in a conversation with my buddy the other night. He told me there was a biologic basis to it, and I thought, bullshit. And sure enough, the more I read on it, the more that there is a biologic basis to it, which I got a big giant question mark. Oh, okay, TJ. Yeah, but I don't understand being born in America and just because you like the same sex, I don't understand how that would be an accent. I mean, why does you got all the other male characteristics, a fruit basket, a beard, a mustache, except the voice. It just doesn't add up. Hey, Patricia. No, it's not, Simca. It's not. I don't think it is. Not after I read up on it, I don't. I don't think it is. No, keep reading, Simca. Keep reading. You got to keep reading. Yeah, but if I looked at all the people that I've crossed paths with, lesbians and gay guys, that there was a way bigger number of gay guys that had the voice, the gay lisp, than the lesbians. It was usually the haircut that gave them away. It wasn't the voice. Yeah, but Amber, if that's true, then and their parents were straight, they obviously were, they produced offspring. How could that be true? If you had straight parents, why would you have a gay voice? Just Google it. There's a shit ton of articles. Google it. Gay sounding voice. I read it for about 2 hours. I couldn't believe it. No, that's true, Stephanie. You don't know if they did or they didn't, Simca. You don't know if they did or they didn't. Oh, okay. No, I don't think so, Simca. No. Rejoice. No, I agree, Bopunk. Impossible to get to the bottom of it. That's right. All as I know is this. I know a gay sounding voice when I hear one. I could be wrong 1% of the time. That's your opinion. That's all right. I asked some gays. I asked them. They said they talk like that from day one. They even cried like a baby in gay lingo. Is that a boy or a girl? It's like that's a boy. It sounds like a baby girl crying. That's a good question because what age do you start differentiating between a baby cry and whether or not it's male or female, and whether or not it's gay male crying? This has definitely spurned a new conversation, an offshoot. Oh, here we go. This is Christian rearing its ugly head. Here we go. Yeah, but how can puberty be the answer if you're a gay male and you have a gay sounding voice? I mean, you got two baby boys. Puberty occurs to both of them. One sounds gay and one doesn't. Why? I think when I was born, that God said, "There's no way I'm going to give a guy with a schlong that big a feminine sounding voice." How do you like that for some science? Yeah, I say thanks, God. I mean, if you asked me what my voice sounds like, I'd say it's like, let's say you got gay, and that's on one end, and then you got masculine on the other end. I don't think my voice is like at the top end of masculine either. Thank you, Neff. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Frisky. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Wow. Here's the voice of reason and science. Wow. Huh. Oh, thank you, Amber. You got a radio voice. That's what they usually say to ugly people. Yeah, Neff, pick that out. Yeah. A natural depth in your voice. You know, it's funny. I have people comment on my voice, but I never had girlfriends say anything about it, or my wife never did. Yeah, that's it, Bopag. Yeah, that's what they say. Yep. Face for radio. Yep. You'd wonder though, like how the human brain, how it interprets a voice as being like, different for some people than others. You know, how your brain interprets that into like a different emotion. I told you there was an air traffic controller at Ann Arbor that I used to talk to a lot. And she had the like sweetest, sexiest sounding voice ever. And then she said one night, why don't you come up after you land, introduce yourself? And I did. And I thought they must use a high-low to get this lady up there. I was totally shocked. But you know, I had been faked out on that before. I think it's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it is, Bopak. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, I believe that. Different voices. Yeah. Uh, Daisy recognizes my voice. She knows when she's going to get a treat compared to a spank on the butt. It's all in the voice, isn't it, hon? You too, Nexus. Have a good day today. Now, what do you guys think of this? Do you ever, there's an occasion to talk to somebody on the phone, and you wonder what they look like based on what you heard? Does anybody else think this way? Oh, I sure will. Thank you. Oh yeah, she likes that big time. Oh, you think that, Stephanie, huh? How about this? Of all the times that this has occurred to you, overall, of all the times you listen to a voice and you wondered what they look like, overall, what's the percentage that it was something that that you would find attractive? If you match the looks to the voice, what percentage of the time would it be what you were hoping for or what you expected? Yeah. Really, Stephanie, that low, huh? Wow. 1%. No kidding. Oh, wow, that much, huh? Never. Wow. Yeah, Tiffany does have a sexy sounding voice. She sure does. Yep. I'll tell you who else has a really nice voice is Rachel Reed, who's another internet kook, but she's got a nice voice. Let me give you this. I'm going to do an impression of a voice, and I want you guys to tell me who it is. Are you ready? Oh, yeah. There's a place where I eat, and the daughter sounds just like the mother exactly. I got cancer, god damn it. Oh, I bet you don't, Simka. I bet you don't. Oh, you don't like that, Mary? Bingo. Thank you. You nailed it. You got it. Oh, do you really? Now, do you sound alike to the extent where you could answer the phone and they would think it would be your sister? Yeah, but there's not one comment, Adam, that suggested anybody was homophobic is the point here. Oh, really, Bopak? No kidding. We are gay friendly. We were just talking about gay voices. That doesn't mean that we don't like gays. Oh yeah, I could do it if you. I'll do it if you want me to. What time is it? Is it early in the morning? I hope not. Oh wow, that is close. Wow, that is close. You want video or photos? But there's so many. I'll tell you. I bought this little reptile book. It's on Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota reptiles, and they show the timelines on the different frogs and toads and when they start making noise and when they quit. And I found it very, very interesting. Oh my God, 9 a.m. I doubt I'll make that one. I don't even go to bed till like 3 or 4 every night. Oh, it is? Oh, really? I do like fog. I'd have to get up like at like 6:30. Yeah, if you really want some pictures of it, I'll do it. Yeah, there's some YouTube videos on bullfrogs protecting their offspring. And I was also looking at the anatomy of like a common toad and turtles that are endangered in Michigan. Start. Start. Oh, thank you. I'll tell you, it's getting to the point now. Things have changed so much. It's like when you're taking pictures someplace, it's like it isn't like the old days. Could I have one? Could I buy one? Now it's like, why are they taking pictures? I had a guy ask me at an A&W about a month ago. I was taking pictures of the menu and then I was taking pictures of the sign. It's a customer, right? He comes out, he said, can I ask you something? It's like, yeah. Now, believe me, I'm fed up with this anyway, because it's never like a nice question. It's like a nosy question, like just being a dick. Why would you wonder why somebody's taking photos? Just normal stuff. So this guy comes up to me and he says, can I ask you something? It's like, yeah. He said, why are you taking pictures? It's like, it's none of your fucking business. That's why. It just hasn't been good over the last 10 years of when people ask you these things. Yeah, it is. Boy, they'll clean out a beehive too, Toad. They'll sit right out there and get them right as they're coming out. Oh, cool. Yeah, they are, Stephanie. Yeah. Yeah, they'll eat the bees. Better believe it. Yep. I've had them sit outside of beehives just waiting. But I didn't really know too much about the anatomy of a toad, all those like little bumps and stuff. It's like glands and stuff they use to attract mates and all sorts of other things. If you think about it, it's not like a leopard frog that's just smooth and, you think, oh, that's a frog. Toads look like they have some kind of like tumor issue. Oh, she really liked it. Yep. Oh, a cane toad. Huh. Some of these toads in the world, frogs could kill you, but they've used them in a lot of medical studies. Yeah, she really liked it. That steak was supposed to be $34. It really wasn't though, because when I went in there, I don't get filet that much because I want to give Daisy the bone. And I got a bone-in ribeye the other day that was like 31 bucks and it was tough. And I've never had that happen there. And I noticed when I was looking at it, it didn't look right. The ribeyes didn't look right. But I just bought it anyway. And, I think, why would a butcher be selling bullshit meat? Because it's going to come back to bite you, right? So I just ordered it. I got it. The fat looked funny in it, and it was darker. So when I was getting that filet for Daisy's birthday, I said, I got a weird steak here the other day. And he says, what are you talking about? It's like, well, I got one of these bone-in ribeyes, and it was tough as hell. It was like Save-A-Lot meat. It's like bullshit. I said, are you guys selling select instead of choice? He said, no, we'd never do that. He said, let me ask you something. Was it a darker red? I said, yeah. He said, I'm going to be honest with you. That's older cattle that was butchered. And we get that in an order, and I'm not going to lie to you, we're asked to sell it. And that's what happens a lot of the time. So word to the wise, when you're buying steak and it's darker, go someplace else or get something else. Because that's all these years, and I finally just learned that yesterday. And my dumb ass still bought it, even though it looked weird. Oh, interesting. Cancers of the skin. Wow. Huh. Hey, Shannon, how you doing? I was surprised yesterday when I was taking those infrared photos in that park. I had quite a few people come up to me and ask me why I was taking photos upward. Oh, wow, Frisky. Have a good day, Mary. I think I'm going to sign off here and go get a lunch in St. Helen. Have a good day. Oh, that's interesting. Somebody mentioned on the chat the other day, we were talking about cancer and that you're never considered cured. Is that true? Thank you. Have a good day, Stephanie. Oh, okay. Have a good day, Cold Bear. Hey, OJ. You have a good day. Simca, you too. Everybody have a good day. Good day today. You have a good day, Shannon. Goodbye, everybody. See you, Adam.